Today on Bake Eat Review, we're making Singapore noodles. I love this dish because it has a lot of flavor. It is made with curry powder and it's not as spicy as you would think. It has flavor, and if you want to add heat to it, you could add heat by adding sriracha or another chili sauce. Let's start by chopping up our tofu. I'm chopping up the tofu into smaller cubes, and I'm going to add this later on to the vegetables. Then I'm going to start my prep, and I'm going to chop up my ginger and garlic. You can use jarred ginger or garlic. You may need to add in a bit more to have the same type of flavor. Then I slice my onions, carrots, red pepper, snow peas, and finally my broccoli. If you don't like this combination of vegetables, you can add any combination you prefer. I will also be chopping up some cilantro and green onion. Finally, I need to squeeze my limes. I'm going to make the sauce that's going to go into our stir-fried noodles and vegetables and tofu. I want to make it a bit ahead of time because I'm going to use a mild curry powder. This is Madras curry powder, but you can use any curry powder that you'd like. If you like a little more heat, if you have a curry powder that's more spicy, you can add that in. I have some lime juice, some curry powder. I like tamari because it has a little bit less, I get a low sodium, so a little bit less salt in it. I'm going to add some cooking oil. Just something that's neutral is fine. I'm using safflower oil. You can use canola, sunflower oil, something that's nice and light. And finally, just a little bit of toasted sesame oil. The toasted sesame oil is just going to add a little nuttiness to this stir fry, and I'm going to whisk it a little bit. I'm going to set this aside and use it when we're cooking up our noodles. The noodles don't take long to cook, maybe just a couple of minutes once the water has boiled. Once the noodles are cooked, I'm going to remove and drain them, and then to the pan, I'm going to fry my tofu. After a few minutes, my tofu will brown. I'm adding vegetable stock and then giving it a stir. Once the tofu is cooked, I will remove it, and then I'll start cooking my onions, garlic, and ginger. When the onions are translucent, I'll add my carrots and let them cook for a minute. Then I'll add all my other veggies to the pan. I'm going to add my tofu back into the pan. This dish is great with or without the tofu. In my pot with the drained noodles, I'm going to add my curried tamari sauce that we made earlier. Then I combine everything together and the dish is ready to go. That wasn't too hard. Look at this amazing dish with all its color. It's got tang from the lemon juice. It's got the spice of the curry. Not too much heat, but you can always add that later. I just can't wait to get into this, and I think my husband's going to be really happy about his dinner tonight. I hope you give it a try and let me know what you think in the comments below.